Okay. Hi George, Amy, and Emma. How are you guys?
Good, thank
Good,
you.
well, how are you, mate?
Good, thank you. Can you tell us a little bit what have you guys been doing for the past few months with all this lockdown and quarantine?
Yeah, it's actually been an incredibly busy time for us because we've been busy making the next album. So we decided at the start of the year, we decided that the way we were going to release the third album was to do it one single at a time every month of the year. So we've got, we've got at least 12 songs that we want to be able to release every month this year. And then it'll culminate with the album release at the end of it all.
Right. So
we've been busy getting creative and trying not to get too concerned, too anxious, because it's a pretty scary time for a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. Who came up with this idea? Because I think as a fans, it's a brilliant idea to get a new song every single month throughout the year. Yeah, who came up with this?
Yeah, I mean, it was our idea. We kind of decided, we were all sitting in the studio at the start of the year and we're like, all right, how are we going to do this? Like, what's the first step? We got all of these songs we've written over the course of the last year and a half. How are we going to release them? What's the best way to do it?
I think it was just
Right.
like so sad for us to work so hard on a song and then it not get released. Well, not get released, or it doesn't get the time in the sun. And
And what I was saying is like we can see the Spotify data and the Apple Music data, and it's very clear that people cherry pick the singles and what are the big radio singles.
Yeah.
And as an artist, you want to, you kind of, it's like, what's your favorite child? You don't have a favorite child. You love all of the songs the same, and you want everyone to hear the album as a whole. So doing it this way, it just allows us to kind of release each track as a single, and each song gets its moment in the sunshine, which is really, really quite fulfilling for us.
And there's also a lot of pressure around releasing a song and hoping it gets number one around the world. And just holding on to it, keep watching, and then a new song comes out and people get distracted or don't hear your song. So this way you don't have that pressure and you're just constantly releasing music, and it's really fulfilling.
Awesome. So you mentioned about this before, about creativity. So how do you guys stay creative and motivated around these times? Because as you mentioned earlier, it's a hard time around the world, with all these issues happening. How do you guys stay motivated and creative?
Yeah, it can be quite hard. Some days you're just feeling really demotivated, especially when you're watching the news so much. But I think we really bounce off each other's energy. So, if one person's feeling down, you can notice, you just have to pick up the energy, put on a great song, and discover some new music, because that really helps, drive some, gives you drive and really sparks some ideas for yourself. And
yeah, I was going to say the same thing. It's very rare that all three of us will be feeling, terrible on a given day. Yeah. So, the other two can help to pick it up. And, Jason, he's the other band member who comes and writes the songs with us. And if all three of us were feeling terrible, then he'd be able to pick us back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a team effort with the creativity and the energy lifting.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing about being a band. Not only one person's doing
everything,
exactly, but you got the other members as well. So what has been the most challenging part of releasing a new song every month?
Yeah, the sheer amount of work that goes into every release. So it's essentially it's like having a university assignment every month. You've got to write it.
You get the due date.
Make sure that it's as good as it can possibly be within this short time frame, because we don't want to sacrifice any of the quality of music. It's not like we're just going to release it because we have to. We want every single song still has to be of that high quality that we have as a standard. And then we've got to figure out a video clip that goes along with it, and then we've got to figure out the album artwork, or the single artwork that goes with it, and where is it getting pushed, where is it going to get played. It's releasing a single is actually a lot more work than people expect. You don't just put it out there and then hope that it does well. You've got to put it out there and then the work begins. So having to do that's why most people only have 2 or 3 singles off an album, because it costs a lot of money, and it costs a lot of emotional energy. So yeah, the sheer scale of what we're doing is just exacerbated now, because we have 12 video clips, 12 single artworks, 12 songs. It's all very much go for us.
Yeah. So I guess as an outsider, we would like to know, with all this happening like lockdown, quarantine, so pretty much you guys need to stay at home. Does it makes it easier because you have more time, or you normally like to go out to get some inspiration when you're writing songs?
I think it's like felt pretty normal, like for me at least. We're always, we don't have normal jobs, so we don't go to a 9 to 5 job. So we're always home anyway. So I think it was just, I guess it just felt normal for us. And
I think a lot of the stresses were like the social stresses that were coming in from outside, watching the news and, reading social media and Facebook and all that stuff. That's where a lot of the anxiety came from. But actually, in reality, we've been really lucky in Australia and in Queensland particularly. We never went into full lockdown mode. We were always able to still kind of go to the grocery store if we needed to, or take a walk if we wanted to. Like all those kind of things never really disappeared for us, which I think was a big part of it.
And I think we're kind of used to being in studio, where we don't know whether it's night or daytime.
Yeah,
So it's been okay. We managed to get through it.
Nice. So talk about your latest single, Symphony. Can you tell us a little bit about that song?
Yeah, absolutely. So Symphony was written in December last year. Amy and I took a trip to Los Angeles, and I think it was a special trip for Amy and I because we'd never gone, just the two of us, and had a writing trip together, which was really nice, a good bonding experience. And this particular day, we knew that we were working with some special guys. They're called The Orphanage, and they've done a lot of stuff with Demi Lovato and a couple of other names that we were excited about. So getting into that room, we were feeling really like excited and inspired. We just wanted to make the most uplifting, energetic, positive love song that we could. Like we were just like, today's the day. Like we're feeling it. Let's just write as big a pop song as we've ever written. And I think Symphony is important for us because it's the first time that we haven't felt, I guess, ashamed to release a song like this, because it's easy to feel like happy music isn't cool. Do you know what I mean? It's like color and light and energy. As a musician, a lot of your colleagues and other people that are making music, got sunglasses inside and they're very cool. Well, in Australia, everyone's so cool. And it's like hard to be a band like us where we're just like, happiness, positivity, color, check it out, smile. And this is the first time we've written a song and not been ashamed to just show how much light and color and energy is inside of us. And
we are who we are. If you don't like it.
I personally love Symphony. I think that's a great song, and I've been listening all of your single every single month that you're releasing it.
Okay.
So you said that at the end of all these singles you're gonna put them all into an album, right? So we are pretty much expecting around 6 or 7 songs from that album. Do you have some sort of like a theme for this third album of yours?
Do we have a team?
Yeah.
Oh, a theme.
A team,
I mean, we've just come across the album name. We've discovered what it is, and it's like I don't know if I can say it right now, but it's like perfectly encapsulated what all of these songs have been leading towards, and it was like as soon as we figured it out, it was like, of course, that's what it's called. And so there is a theme. It's got something to do with color. I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Nice.
But
nice.
I think the first 2 albums, we were still quite reserved with the amount of color that went into them. Bombs Away was an astronaut in space. It was very black and white. Watching the Sky was a very blue album cover.
Right.
And this time, it's just like, it needs to be like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Right. Nice. We're looking forward to it. And just want to go back a few months ago, where you guys did a very unique gig at the Gold Coast airport, which being streamed all over the world, and I believe it's being streamed more than 130,000 times by all your friends across the world. So how do you guys feel about that? Was that your first time? I'm guessing that was your first time.
Yeah, we were so excited when we got the opportunity presented to us. Of course, we said yes because, you know, most of Australia was on lockdown and we couldn't believe that we were having the opportunity to do a show again. So, of course, we jumped on the opportunity. We got all dressed up and, you know, it was amazing. We're actually on the runway, on the tarmac, and there were like planes around. Obviously, there was no planes landing or moving at the time, but there were like planes surrounding us. And we had like a big jet in the background for visual effect, and there was a helicopter filming, and we just felt so cool, like proper rock stars. But it was funny because once we performed the song, it was like, so say Geronimo, and then it's silence because obviously, and we found that really strange not to have an audience in front of us.
Yeah,
I think because an audience is where you really feel the energy from, like, you get to see firsthand just how people are enjoying your music, and
if they're enjoying it or not. Like,
just like if they're singing along and they're like, you can see the look on their faces. That's such an important part of being in a band. It's like it gives you energy and gives you life to keep on going with the band. So to not have that has been a bit of a challenge.
And there's always like so many technical issues. So you're performing and then you're finished, and then you're like, oh, can they hear us, or does it sound good? Do they like it? You don't know because you can't see them. So you just run with it.
We're looking forward to getting back to gigs.
Yeah. What do you guys miss the most in performing in front of a live audience?
The energy, probably.
Energy?
Everyone singing back to you, and just the positive energy.
Yeah, pretty much what we were just saying, like seeing the people's faces and how they're reacting to your music. Like there's no other place where you, as an artist, there's no other place where you can get to experience that. Having a room of people singing your songs back to you. It's like such a special experience. And there's no substitute for it.
Yes. Well, I hope all this virus can actually like gone sooner. So, you know, we can all enjoy live music again. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I want to take you back a bit further back to 2015. You guys performed at We The Fest Festival in Indonesia, if you guys remember. Yeah. So, what do you guys remember about that festival or about Indonesia in general?
Yeah, we had an awesome time at that festival.
Yeah.
It was quick trip.
It was a really quick trip to Indonesia, but the festival itself was wonderful. Like the crowd was so interactive and energetic, and we got to see a lot of other like artists that we have never seen before. Like, you know, Rufus, I think, played that year, and they're Australian as well. We got to have a drink with them afterwards, and you know, share the experience with another Australian artist, which was really nice.
We just got treated really well and stayed at a really good hotel.
Oh, the hotel was awesome.
The food was great, so no complaining there.
We'll come back, absolutely, anytime you guys want us.
So I guess that's my last question. Do you guys have any message that you want to say to your Indonesian fans?
Yeah,
absolutely,
we just want to say thank you so much for listening and supporting our music. You know, when we're doing lives, we always see people saying, I'm from Indonesia, and it's really nice to know that we've got that support there. So thanks for listening.
Hope to come back soon.